Hey there, Commanders. Welcome back to another exciting Steel Division 2 match. I'm your host, Too Old for Gaming, and today we are playing in the town. I am actually on an allied team in this video replay, and I'm playing 1st Airborne Taskforce. For my initial assault, I am bringing in the Forcemen. I also have these Airborne PaK 75mm howitzers. And the always not great Hotchkiss Citroen trucks. I'm backed up by Too Old for Comprehension, who is playing one of the Soviet decks, Vyborg. And he's brought in a 1943 IS-2, but his Chernos are getting shot at already. We are going to be fighting, who is that, 5th? 5th Panzer. And the Forcemen are leading the way with the airborne rifles right behind them. Airborne rifles come with that bazooka, which is amazing. Forcemen have dual Johnsons and TNT. I also have some an airborne 6-pounder, 75mm, set up on this road. He has high explosive shells and AP, but no APCR. We also get a British model with APCR that can pen 175. Both have radar traits, making them a little harder to see. Sturmgrens into the church. That was a huge mistake. They are totally effed. Oh, they get surrender to the rifles. Puma in too close. Airborne rifles use that bazooka to great effect, but they are taking return fire from the Panzer Grenadiers, and you get to start seeing mortars from the enemy landing in the town. We've got good smoke here. I'm assuming that's from Too Old from Comprehension. Yes. Rifles team is taking fire from some disheartened Jaegers, but I think we're going to win that match unless we get hit with a mortar round. Bunch of half-tracks sitting in the back, but I think we already saw their troops. Horsemen are just outside. I don't have anything to knock out those half-tracks, so I'm just leaving them back at the moment. I do have a C-fire. The Commonwealth forces were kind enough to lend to this operation. It's a pretty-looking plane. Unfortunately, he doesn't loiter very long, as there is lots of German anti-aircraft. Airborne rifles still dueling it out here in the town with some pioneers now. Forcemen did get spotted by half-track. I brought in airborne engineers as well, triple Tommy guns, M1 Garands, and a flamethrower. Double vetted too, so another solid unit. The only issue with all these really strong units is they're expensive, but we are backed up by cheaper stuff from Raqqa. Oh, the enemy's smoking us. Interesting. Probably wants to smoke off our IS-2. I have another pack lined up down here, probably too far back, but I didn't know if there were going to be multiple units, multiple teams heading here. Usually there are, or there's off-map, so you can never be sure if you're going to get rushed. IS-2 knocks out a Panzer IV. The Pioneers are just getting absolutely shelled to death. Little recon team isn't going to last long against all these guard units. Looks like we've got a PaK 40 who's moved into this swampy area. I don't know if you can see our... It'd be really surprising if you could see the dozer. The unique thing about this American deck is that they do get these MG-34s from the French. Kind of cool that you get to use those instead of just a 1919. Tiger bounces around from that Su-57, knocks out the half-track. Over to our left, I have Forceman Scout Prince in here. Just keep an eye on things. Razfin just holding the line. Enemy seems to be chicken? I don't know. They're not nobody's moving. We got Monty's dog trying to move his airborne assault teams into the village. But I don't think he's going to have... He doesn't have any tanks to make a breakthrough because he's playing the same deck as me. We'll see who plays it better at the end, Monty. Looks like we've lost our flag here. Now, these Ranger Marauders are a great bad kill, but they won't take territory because they're trying to be sneaky. So hopefully he gets... he's got an M4 Sherman coming in. We got one infantry squad in there, and we'll get that back. It's currently a 1913, so we are losing. MG-34 team lined up down the road at these guys. Check out that helmet. Great detail in this game. And those, again, those 57 millimeters have high explosives, so they're shooting. I mean, it's a tiny... Blast is less than 1,000. That's really lame, but it's something. Oh, he got a kill. These 75s got about double, so should be much better. Got a combat in here too, so giving us extra veterancy. And the Forceman bar teams have bazookas, unlike the standard Forceman teams. Cherno gets evaporated by a gorilla. Looks like Too Old for Comprehension is making an attempt at advancing into enemy territory. Bouncing shells from a Tiger. Misses, as the Soviets often do, even when they're double vetted. But the Tiger misses. I'm gonna get the best view here for you guys. Will he take him out? Oh yeah, because they can one-shot. My engineers have now made the same mistake the Sturmgren did by going into the church. We do pull out right away. And so we've captured both flags. Again, the enemy resistance. Everyone's a bit timid in this match, although we're starting to see some Panthers move across. They might pay for that, and they do. From the American 57 millimeter. You can't see him. There's no way. He might on the second shot. Oh, he does. Takes a casualty. And the Ranger teams are moving in to recapture our flag over on the far, far left. Got 3 players over here who are having trouble getting their flag back. Looks like they got napalm bomb too. We got a King Tiger. Always a pain. Not a lot. IS-2 should help, but King Tiger's still going to be a problem. The Italians are attempting to hold on here from the Axis team. I don't think they're going to survive all those M4 Shermans, though. RE-2002. I actually really like these planes. I don't think they did that great in real life, but I feel like they do pretty good in this. Unfortunately, that guy didn't get his bomb load off. Fortunate for us. Rangers are still off that. That's amazing. This guy right there. Back in our sector, I've moved the airborne engineers in to barbecue the Germans on their worst day ever. So we've got a Panzer IV creeping down the boulevard.
Yes, sir.
Can our heat rounds knock them out? They're not quick enough. That's the problem with them being that far away and not having much time. This guy's already damaged, though. Horseman fire into the Sturmgren. Sturmgren's usually really solid, but not doing well in this fight in the town. Panzer IV is knocked out by my airborne rifles bazooka. Guys are definitely worth the 30 points they cost. Another Forceman team in here. Ju-87's gonna try and dive bomb something, but I don't think he's gonna get through. We got... Oh, is he gonna make it? Ooh, misses his strike due to the nervous hands on the lever thanks to the Hotchkiss cars. I have shot down things with these. Eugene needs to fix the fact that there are dual 25 millimeters in the back of this, not Hotchkiss guns. That'd be great if they were accurate. So I'm continuing to move all of these AT guns forward. I'm cutting off this way with our 6-pounder. I've got 2 here. which I'll probably move around, maybe. Su-76s are not going to last against the Panther G, nor is the IS-2 1943. Not sure what his plan is. I've gotten my scouts team into the church to help spot the rest of the village. We have our own Panther here from Rakasans. That's nice. Nice little backup unit for us. Tiger's trying to go into the town. I just wouldn't recommend it. They're going to get penned by 6-pounders. We lose a Forceman team to the Sturmgrounds. Airborne Rifles and Forceman BAR really laying some suppressing fire in there. And we knock them out. Big win. We lose one of our AT guns to a IG-33. Just made a giant crater in the center of the road. I do have radio mortars. Unfortunately, we don't have any radios in our front line because the Russians don't have that technology yet, but I have a Forceman leader almost there who has a radio. Remember, we've got the combat here, so that gives an extra star of veterancy, so I want to make sure I get those everywhere. I don't have a stats table on it, but I think it also reduces your odds of taking damage. At least it feels that way. So, motorcycle mortars being annoying as usual to the enemy. Hopefully it'll take out that Flak 41. My mortars are currently going for the Tiger. I think I just wanted to hit something within radio range. Seemed like a waste to go to a single man. Raz and Monty still struggling a bit here. It looks like we're pushed into a corner on the hilltop, but we haven't been pushed completely off. But if the enemy catches wind, they're just going to shell that like crazy until everything's dead. So use to get some AT in here and try to push them out. Rockets coming in for the ZIS-3s from Too Old for ugh, jeez, Too Old for Comprehension. That's me. No, just kidding. He just changed his name to Napoleon because he's always being an artillery commander. Hotchkiss guns trying to chase away the ME-410. That's going to be a challenge. 88 getting shelled by our team. The ZIS-3s. Su-76Ms are good if you're new to the game. Mobile artillery is always nice to have because you're going to get counter-batteried. My Forceman BAR is getting spotted by a stolen Firefly. Being in that town, going up against a 17-pounder. In that town, in that house. Still taking casualties. Looks like after we killed that enemy, he lost sight of us due to our commando trait. I'm guessing. And you can see I'm putting the 81mm mortars right here where I know the enemy is, even though I couldn't see him. Moving my engineers up to back up the Forceman BAR team. Because we want to use that flamethrower to just get these guys' heads down. He's got 2 here. Let's see how this fight goes. Moving them in right now. The flamethrower go off. We got 1 team. We can get the 2nd team here before they knock out our BAR team. Oh, they surrender! That was huge. So the mortar suppression, along with a flamethrower pointed at their face, help knock those guys out. Combined arms, always great in this game. One of the things I love the most about it is just the tactics you can use. My M1A1 Pack 75 is spotted the 88. Takes 2 casualties in the first round. Another one. See if we can knock him out before we get suppressed, because we only have 4 men. Yeah, they only come with 4, too. We lose our BAR team to high explosive shell. 2 men left. We lose a man. But the 88 is knocked out. That's a pretty big kill. These guys, points-wise, are 35 points. That's a pretty good trade. I brought in Bofors since the... Fortunately, I don't think the French Hotchkiss truck is going to work so well later in the game. Enemy rocket fire. Trying to delete my units. I feel like most of the units I have in 10v10s are lost to rocket fire. Most of the time, it doesn't work for the team in terms of winning the game, though. That's more for, like, points padding. So on the hill, we got Sturm Pioneers trying to figure out what's in here. Might be kind of interesting to see how this matchup goes, because... Oh, rockets right overhead. I thought he was going for the sector to clear it out first. It's interesting. He hasn't made it in that way. There we go. And I don't know if he's aware that his units are getting attacked right now. These Sturm Pioneers have a machine gun. Recon team here is getting spotted by the enemy. Oh, I had 107s too. They were getting counter batteried. I think the enemy team was really heavy on counter battery. Anytime I set something up, it seemed to get knocked out. But we're going to push them out of the town here near the end of Phase B. That's at least the goal. Take out another half-track with a 6-pounder. Friendly guards, triple vetted, doing a good job of taking down these fanatical troops. So the rockets are coming in now. Looks like he was probably going for the airborne rifles, maybe? Not sure. Sometimes the spread, depending on the distance, can be pretty far. Mr. Comprehension's advancing his IS-2, I think, to try and take out the Gorilla. Will he land it? No, but he scares the S out of him. So, unfortunately, it looks like he's going to get completely pushed off of the hill. Looks like Monty's in a precarious position, too. We've got some good AT guns, so I don't think they'll be able to make a breakthrough here. Again, they've been very calculated and cautious about advancing, so... Not sure what we're going to do on our end, because we don't have a tank division over there. Big mortar shells landing in the town now. With that IG-33 looking down Main Street, definitely concerning. I've got my 107 radio mortar. Even with the radio, the accuracy is just kind of eh. Bofors does a good job of knocking away that Ju-87D5. If you're getting later in the match and you want to use Ju-87, you got to bring in, I'd say, at minimum 3, probably more than that. At the same time, because you're just never going to make it. They're too slow, and then that dive takes forever too. Ooh, triple IS-2s out here. And I don't see the Panther, so assuming he knocked him out or he's in hiding. 17-pounder. And now this enemy, Shy, is starting to creep on a flag that I was trying to help hold. Bad kill tied up here with a Panther D. Holding the flag. Doesn't look like he's got any AT. He's got 2 rhinos in here, but that won't help. These rifles teams don't have the bazooka, so he really needs a bazooka team, but we've got a player from Japan here, Karenda, who's brought in the IS-2, which is hugely useful. And hopefully you can knock him out. We can recapture that flag. On the left, the overwhelming forces of the team have managed to push the enemy off 2 flags and our own. And the bridge. Great job. It looks like my scouts team was spotted, so they have opened fire. Unfortunately, that means they're going to start taking fire, and there's a Panther A targeting my units right now. Let's see what that paint scheme looks like. Pretty cool. Is that Hungarian? No. Enemy King Tiger here. Looks like he may have knocked out one of the IS-2s, but we get a crit on that guy with the 1943 model. Oh, there's the Panther G. Just peeking out. Starry Night hopefully has, for his sake, has some recon. You do not want to run into a tank. You want other tanks to run into you so you can get the first shot off. Enemy Nebelwerfer fire. Gonna try and knock out these heavies. Oh no, he's going for the 37mm AA guns. It's kind of a surprise. Definitely would have taken that. All that we've seen the entire time is a Ju-87. I wouldn't waste my ammo on that. I'd be going for the heavy tanks. So we have the flag here, thanks to the Rakasens. FW-190 might go down here. I'm trying to shell my Hotchkiss trucks. You can see I've moved them forward. We do knock him out. Could have been a Hotchkiss. We'll have to see at the end. So, I had to retreat Scout's Prince because he was just taking too many casualties, so I don't want him to die. I retreated him down so the enemy couldn't see him. This observer is going to get knocked out from Rasfin. Artillery knocks out one of our AA trucks. I'm not really worried. Brought in some Stuarts. We also have some TAs coming in behind them. Enemy artillery trying to hit Churchill 4s.
We've got casualties.
I believe in this match, some point I bring in my own air power.
Do you have a target, sir?
So I was trying to hit these flak panzers with 107s because I wanted to bring in air power in this sector. There's a mobile wagon back here, but I didn't see much else out of these three guys. So if I can knock them out, we have a decent air wing. We lose a Stuart, I think, just as he crept over. I mean, there's a lot of enemy tanks here. I think air power and artillery is really our best bet based on what I'm seeing. Oh, and if you get this deck, in the Arty tab, you can get the M1A1 howitzer as a artillery piece. They come with a lot of rounds, 45 rounds, and they're only 50 points, and they have radios with Raider trait. I definitely get them. They're very annoying for the enemy. They're pretty accurate, too. And you can get loads of them if you bring them in Phase C. So if you lose one, 50 points, whatever, if they get lots of counter battery, you just call in another one. You see he's countering me right now.
Enemy spotted. Be ready.
So I'm hiding the Stuarts behind the hill. Unfortunately, the position is being shelled. Monty not making his move right now. Maybe he's helping Bad kill. Yep, he is. So they pushed through and recaptured our flag. It's 18-14. And just brought in my Seafire, two of them, to check the sector. I didn't want to lose one because they are kind of fragile. Just to check the sector over here and found that those were still alive. Stuarts were really meant to come in here and knock out these flak panzers. So, the always hated Andrusha fire. Very well done, Napoleon. A good rocket strike. Stug 3 F8 getting fired on by something heavy, I guess. It sounded like it was that Tiger. Enemy just trying to force us off with artillery.
Need a lift?
In Phase C, I have the glider rifles. I want to say they're a little cheaper than the airborne rifles, but we'll have to check. Airborne rifles are 30 points, so not cheap. Oh, glider rifles are 30 points too. Interesting. Driver knocked out over here. I'm guessing by the Tiger or the Masita AC-75. These are excellent AT guns.
Where are
And double Neville warfers for single mortar, man. Either I just have bad luck or I'm hitting him with them and they're knocking him out right away because he's targeting all my stuff. The Andrushas were not targeted. I have one more 107. These are 85 points. And these 75s are way too close together. They'll probably both get knocked out, and they do. Got a Tiger coming in, knocks out the Panther leader. That is massive. He's starting to get hit on with 20mm fire. It's definitely gonna stress him out. Ooh, he gets knocked out by the Panther A. They have good angle here. Can we get the rounds off on the Panther? He takes out the Flak Panzer. Ooh, and he gets penned into response. I don't know why it didn't go for the Panther. If you look in your lower left-hand corner, I'm planning on making my moves now that I saw he took out the AA. I'm going to try and suppress the mobile wagon with 107s. Probably too late. We'll see if the English can take out a Panther, and we do. I've got another one coming in. Misses that time.
The engine is overheating
And flies right over a bunch of anti. He might die there. We at least got one. And we've recaptured the flag. Although I think our glider rifles are being killed right now. Rockets came in again for another 50-point artillery piece. Why is it just me getting hit with rockets and not anybody else? I don't know. So we still have to deal with the Panther A, who's got view all the way down here. Monty's still playing it safe in this sector. I think he's, again, refocused his efforts over here to help Bad Kill out, and seems to have paid off. We're at an 18-14, but looks like we're getting pushed off on the left, and there's a lot of off-map going on. We got a light tank rush from Friedhelm. These are 10 points apiece, so not a lot of money there. It certainly looks impressive from above. Dual off-map planes coming in. We'll see how quickly these all get knocked out by 90mm dual-purpose guns. Poor guys, never stood a chance. Got better chances with desertion than doing this. Will any of them make it through? These guys are getting caught in the 172.5 off map. Still got seven who've made it through. We're down to 4. Will any of the 3 make it down? No, 2 left. Oh, they missed both their shots. Sights damaged. And we basically lost them all. There's 2 left that are falling back. I can see why. I would too. So I would say we have total control of the town unless they come in with heavy off map. They're just keep launching rockets, but again, once you have to back that up with something. I think they might be trying to build a forest, but it's way back here, and you've got your infantry not in trucks. And we can see it, so we can obviously shell you too. 2012 at the moment. 6 minutes, 38 seconds. And if you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'd love to keep making these for you guys. And it definitely helps me out when you do that. And if you really liked it, please leave a comment. I brought in an M10A1 tank destroyer. Now, I'm using him the way he should be used, which isn't always often. But I have him set up here in a ambush position within about 1,000 meters so that we can have good success against most things. I also have a 50 cal up here, which is very nice. Got our triple vetted Sherman. If he makes it in, will be great. And these airborne assault groups that I'm hiding deep in the buildings here because they have Tommy guns. Moved up another MG34 to get into a defensive position. And hopefully before the gorilla gets in too close, I can knock him out with the M10A1. Our 50 cal starting to get attacked. And honestly, I should probably just turn off the 50 cal on that guy so he doesn't give it away. I wish you could decide if you wanted it to be used for anti-aircraft versus ground fire. Enemy continuing to go for the anti-aircraft. I'm just very surprised by the effort. Didn't even get a kill on that one. 17-pounder destroyed by me. The one that was sitting there with another one of the harassing 75 mils for 50 points. Just, again, I think the accuracy is the reason why they're solid. M10 trying to take out another infantry unit. Knock out the leader. We knock out the ME410A3 who's trying to scope us out. Monty's got B-25s and bow fighters coming in. I don't know if these 45 kilogram bombs are going to do anything or the high explosive rockets. Oh, it looks like we killed that grill with the M10 tank destroyer too. It was just off camera. So, surprised he didn't bring in something else. I did bring in a P-51, my own strike here, and some more bow fighters to see if we can knock out these Panthers. We take out a couple. So that worked out really well. Again, air power always works out better if you bring them in mass. The enemy AA has difficulty targeting each unit, and you will be much more your planes will survive a lot more frequently. I bring in my Seafire just to strafe the Sturmgren to get our flag back, because enemies starting to feel a little panicked now. There's 10 minutes back on the tick timer. 18-14. We're still in the lead. And again, I have tons of these 75mm howitzers, so I just keep bringing them out. Rockets keep hitting. And that sucks up. Every time you do that, as I moved him, every time you do that with a rocket, it sucks up so much supply. Like, it just eats it up. Enemy trying to scope us out again with a JU-187. Tail gets damaged. Might get knocked out. We do. And it sounded like a Frenchman. I think it was the Hotchkiss. Looks like Bad Kill and Monty made another strike over here, and they were getting pushed back too, so the enemy waking up. Rockets land directly on the IS-2 and the other tanks that were bunched up. Those must have been 300s, I'm guessing. Raz over here laying all his off-map down at once. Looks like we've got 3 105s. Not the best for killing, but maybe we'll push them back. My Forceman Bar team here in the town has taken a ton of fire and artillery, but we still got 3 men left. M10 has run out of... It's almost out of HE. Will he knock out the martyr? He doesn't see him. Ooh, armor cracked. So I feel like Palmer is somebody to look at the very end. Getting shelled on those 75s. One more time. Enemy trucks coming in. Opel blitzes, I'm sure, full of these crappy Jaegers teams. Nice to see a little fight in the enemy. So the off-map seemed to do its job, except for this Panzer 38T who's moving forward. M10 still taking forever to line up. Looks like he missed it, but somebody else did. Hit him. Comprehension's got his recon tank all the way up. And finally, the enemy off-map. I'm surprised it took him this long, and this is the way to do it, fellas. You off-map, and then you rush in your trucks, so shy. Using some good tactics. He doesn't know I have a bazooka team right here, though. So, good moves by the enemy assault in the time of the off-map with the trucks. We'll see if that gets them anywhere. Because where you have a river, they're going to be completely bottled up here. So obviously I don't have too much artillery because of just getting counter-batteried, but I'm going to direct it right on that position. I have glider rifles here too. Unfortunately, my airbornes surrender. These guys are double vetted too. Their Schützens are solid. I think they're too close. They're too close to use. Oh no, they're using their machine LMGs. Trying to get another pack 75 here to look down the road and shoot at them because my other ones got hit with artillery. I've got my P-51D back in. He's got massive 1,000-pound bombs. And I think this will be a good airstrike if we can get there. Yeah, that was pretty good. And then anybody else here is just... The crossroads are a perfect spot for me to hit with artillery. We'll just be able to push them back, and then Stewart's a great cavalry tank to get to the front quickly and attack the infantry and get them off our point. Pinned Schützen team from our airstrike. Taking fire. I don't know how long we're going to last against the Sturmground with the dual MG42s, though. We did knock out, I think that was 13. We're down to 7. We still have some Hotchkiss trucks in. So forcemen do go out. We're getting an off map from Too Old for Comprehension, who's also trying to do a right flank here. Hasn't worked so far. Redirected into the close flag, buildings close to the flag. 1814, 4 minutes left. If he brings any tanks in close, I do have those 3 bow fighters. We got another P-51 too. Stewart's so good for anti-infantry with 3 machine guns. I got 6 machine guns on that single squad. Looks like they must have spotted the off map. They're just on this flag. They're trying to push here too. They might get it. Although my 6-pounder looked like a 6-pounder, but I think maybe it was a. I brought him the M4 105 too to shoot down this road. Enemy fighter bomber gets his anti-tank cluster munitions up, but they miss. He is going for the Tiger here. Maybe he was going for the Hotchkiss. I don't know. IG-33 is spotted, and he must have heat shells on him. That says they're off. I'm surprised he's not shooting back. We've got 2 captured Tigers in the town. My pack goes down to more rocket fire IM-4 105 still alive, barely. Oh, that last blast got him. A minute to go, 20 to 12. Can we capture the town flag back? Comprehension putting his last off map on the board. And the TAs have pushed the enemy off the flag in the corner. Airborne Assault Group manages to pin down the Sturmgrens and will wipe them out shortly. Called in a P-51 to drop right on these guys. Oh, dirty. He's gone. Look at all the stuff they got back there. That's probably just half tracks. I brought in bow fighters too. I want to try and take out the King Tiger here at the end. Little point padding. Ooh, we don't get him, but there's a second one. Yeah. Can we get the flag at the last minute? The Stuart, driving right through the off map, takes a round from a Tiger, bounces the return round, and the Tiger goes out of vision. He's still on the flag, our hero Melton. Let's go. Just out of view of the Pac-43 too. We lose our Bofors to rocketry. Oh, he penned the Tiger. Awesome. And he goes down to the T6 Tiger. Amazing. Stuart helped make that happen. And so, at the end of the match, we have a minor victory after 42 minutes and 4 seconds. We have 21 of 32 objectives. Tooled for comprehension, just stacking points, probably with 76.2 millimeter artillery shells. I'm down here mid. Monty and I, using the same deck, did rate about the same. Who else? We have Rakison's. He was in the town with us. Razfern was there. Bad kill. Friedhelm. So let's take a look at our kills. Airborne Engineers did a really good job. Skinner took out 4 squads. Horseman Bar, 3 squads. Airborne Rifles, 2 vehicles. 6-pounder, a bunch of half-tracks. Horseman Bar, a bunch of squads. Bowfighters, 2 Panthers, another Bowfighter. King Tiger, Panther, Panzer 38. Oh, the 50 cal took out a few. We didn't see. The Howitzer took out the 17-pounder and a Sturmgren. M10 tank destroyer, the one I was hiding. He took out a Panzer, a Martyr, a Grilla, and that leader we saw. P-51s with the big bomb loads takes out over a platoon. And our Hotchkiss truck takes out a Schutzen team and a Ju-188. Awesome. Let's take a look at our losses. Hummel 150s. Just counter-battering the packs. Nebelwerfer. Let's see. Anything else of note? The Schutzen squad killed a couple of glider rifles, but lots of artillery and Nebelwerfer. Not really a whole lot of infantry kills from the enemy team. We had 10% of the kills with 10% of the casualties. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.